Welcome back to the second week of our Lent series, The Road Home. My name is Emma Snyder. I'm a junior at West Campus, and I am involved in the youth ministry and peer ministry here at Holy Apostles. This week, we're going to be talking about the blind man. For many people, seeing is believing. It's part of what makes us human. Jesus knew this. He knew that the only way for people to believe his teachings and that he was the living God was to let them see. Jesus did this through the countless miracles he performed during his time on earth. In the miracle of the blind man, Jesus physically opened the eyes and gave a man born blind the impossible ability to see. But with God, all things become possible. When the blind man's eyes were open, so was his heart. God works these same miracles in our lives every day. He opens our eyes to the gifts he's given us and the path he's set for us. He shows himself to us so that we might believe. God opened my eyes on a mission trip that he sent me on. I went on my first mission trip 2 years ago to St. Louis. The goal of this trip is to gather with other teens from across the country and serve the people in the area who need our help. Through this trip, I was able to see how God works through people, and I also saw how God worked through me. On that trip, the service group I was with finished our projects early, and we were sent to a new resident. This resident was older and she was living alone. All she asked us to do was weed her garden beds that had become overgrown with weeds. This would have taken her a long time to do, and we were able to do it with all of us working together quickly so that she could enjoy her passion of gardening. With the extra time we had before we were able to move on to a new location, we were able to visit with our resident. We listened to her talk about her past and living in St. Louis and her family and her dogs. And by listening to her, we were able to learn a lot about her and talk about ourselves and why we were there helping her. This experience made me realize how God works through our group. I realized that God sent us to this particular resident to help her do the work that she couldn't do, but more importantly, to talk with her and to spend time with her, to bring a little more joy to her day. I was able to see and to realize how God takes care of us all the time, but especially when we're struggling. It opened my heart to God and helped me grow deeper in my faith. It helped me put my trust more fully in God. Like the blind man, my ideas of being a servant of God was blind until he gave me sight. Through this miracle, my heart and mind were further open to the teachings of God, and my belief in him was strengthened. God invites us to open our eyes and our hearts to his teachings and his plan for us. I wish you all well on your journey home and through faith.